In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 9 reasons why your job will not make you wealthy. Let's jump straight into it. For 9 years, I've worked as a recruiter. I've hired all backgrounds from doctors, anesthesiologists to low level work like warehouse, industrial, office work, dentist, hygienist, you name it, I've probably hired for it at this point in my life. And today, I do want to talk to you about why none of these roles will actually make you wealthy. The role themselves. Now, what you do with the money you create from these jobs could potentially make you wealthy. However, a lot of these jobs don't pay enough to actually get to that wealth number. So, number 1, your time is limited and you're trading it. So you only have 24 hours a day and you're trading 8 to 9 of those, sometimes even more of those, for a paycheck. Jobs pay you for time, not results. You only earn when you're working. True wealth comes from leverage, systems, investments, or even businesses that make money while you sleep. Most jobs do not do that. And if you stop doing the job, you stop making the money. Number 2, taxes hit employees the hardest. The rich use corporations and tax strategies. Employees simply just don't, and they really can't because it's all kind of in this automated system. W-2 income is taxed at the highest rates, especially if you don't have dependents or anything like that. You're just a single guy or single girl, you're going to work, you're doing your thing, you will be taxed out of the wazoo. Entrepreneurs and investors often pay less by using legal deductions, write-offs, and capital gains. 1,000%. There's so many different ways as a business owner to go and get tax write-offs. Like it's the smallest things is, travel, doing business meetings. You can write that off. Obviously, if it's in your there's some do's and don'ts to this, obviously. But you go buy a computer for your job, it's a write-off. If you go buy a computer for your work, well, you just kind of lost out on that income, right? So there's a ton of different ways that you can I don't say cheat the system, but you can cheat the system as a business owner. Number 3, no equity, no ownership. You're building someone else's dream, not your own. Every day you go to work, you are basically a part of someone else's imagination of what they wanted to create, right? So what typically happens at a job is someone says, let's just use being a recruiter, for example. Someone says, hey, I want to start a business where I help people go to work that are doctors, right? And so what they do is they start hiring people. They hire a recruiter to match the potential employee to the client. They hire a sales guy to obviously get more clients. They hire someone in HR, someone in accounting. You get my system. You get the system. In order for them to make that dream happen, they have to put people in place to do it while they go build another business, or they sleep, or they do whatever they're going to do. They create a system that runs for them while they're not having to do anything themselves. Wealth comes from owning assets, stocks, businesses, real estate, not usually from working for them. Employees usually don't share in the upside. Number 4, you're capped, even if you work harder. You can't 10x your income without quitting. Jobs come with the salary ceiling. No matter how much value you bring, your paycheck is controlled by someone else. It doesn't matter how hard you work tomorrow, you won't necessarily see a benefit for that work. Or if you go to work tomorrow and you work less, you also technically won't see a benefit from that work, right? Comfort breeds complacency. Safe jobs can keep you stuck in mediocre living. A steady paycheck feels good, but it can kill ambition. Many stay broke because their job makes them comfortable, not wealthy. 1,000%. 1,000%. Most people, as bad as it sounds, majority of people will never go and create a business because they have the steady income. Most people will ever do anything bigger with their lives because they have this phase of their life so good in their opinion, right? And literally, no, it's not actually good. It's just comfortable. And comfort kills dreams all the time. Number 6, jobs teach spending, not building. The 9-to-5 culture pushes you to treat yourself on the weekends because you're tired of going to work. You're 5 days in and you're like, man, I just can't wait till the weekend and I'm gonna fill in the blank, right? I'm gonna play video games all day. I'm gonna go to the clubs. I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna do all this stuff. And so what it does is automatically condition you to spend all your money on Saturday and Sunday and sometimes Friday. Instead of learning how to multiply money, most employees learn how to spend what they earn, and they get trapped in the cycle. And the cycle will never go away until you figure out a way to leave your job. Number 7, you don't learn entrepreneurial skills. You're trained to follow instructions, not to think for yourself. Jobs teach you how to do a task. Wealth comes from learning how to take risks, solve problems, lead people, and create value. Let me read that last part again. Wealth comes from learning how to take risks, solve problems, lead people, and create value. If there's no problem to solve, there's probably no money to be made. The reason a recruiter has a job is because there's a problem where a client needs people to fill their jobs. The reason there's a cashier is because the store needs someone to pay to control the payment of everything that comes into the store. The reason there's a mechanic is because you get my drift? There needs to be a problem to solve in order to create wealth of some sort. The reason there's a real estate agent because there's someone who can't find a house to be purchased, right? Number 8, you're building someone else's legacy. You give your best hours to someone else's company. You help them buy vacation homes, build passive income, and scale wealth while you trade time for a paycheck and maybe a bonus, right? So while you're out here spending all this time, you probably spend a lot of employees probably spend more time at their boss's job than the actual bosses does themselves, right? Because they're off doing what they want to do with their life. That's why they created the business. You see what I'm saying? So you got to go do the same thing. You got to go find a way to get into business for yourself, create passive income, create income where you're not tied to a location, a title, a job function. You got to get out of this mindset of if I just do this, I'll get this. If I do this, I'll get this. You got to get out of that mindset and think bigger. And last but not least, number 9, no job, absolutely no job is truly secure. Layoffs, AI, market crashes, anything can happen. The wealthiest people build security through ownership. A job gives you temporary stability, but not freedom or control. Let me tell you right now. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I've hired everyone from literally doctors all the way down to overnight warehouse workers. All of them get laid off. All of them get laid off every single day because the budget matters more than the employee. If the job can't pay for the employee, there will be a layoff. 1,000% of the time. On the other side, if the employee just doesn't fit what the owner wants, there will be a layoff. I've literally had to fire emergency doctors who make sometimes $200, $300, $400 an hour from their job because they either didn't do their job, the company didn't need them anymore, there wasn't just a good fit. This never goes away, no matter how much money you make, no matter how much schooling you have, no matter how good you think you are at the job. There can always be a layoff, and there goes your entire lifestyle. One decision someone makes on a whim, they get up and they're like, man, you know what? I wish I had more profit for my business. We should probably fire that guy who's making $90,000 and let's go hire someone that's maybe not as much experience, but you know, let's go hire this guy. Happens all the time, every day. It is what it is. There's no job security. There's no security. There's no real security in a job. It's all temporary stability. And in my opinion, I think the purpose of having a job is literally to fund your business. I don't think that anyone should be at any job for more than 2 years. At the end of 2 years, you should have saved up 10% every single paycheck to be able to start whatever business that you want to start. And then you go get a loan. Obviously, if your credit's good enough, blah, 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 blah. You start that business, you move on, and then you create the business and you start hiring people. In my opinion, I think that's how it should go, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, again, the 9 reasons why your job will never make you wealthy. Number 1, your time is limited. You're trading it. Number 2, taxes hit employees the hardest. Number 3, no equity, no ownership. Number 4, you're capped even if you work harder. Number 5, comfort breeds complacency. Number 6, jobs teach spending, not building. Number 7, you don't learn entrepreneurial skills. Number 8, you're building someone else's legacy. And last but not least, number 9, no job is truly secure. I hope this video helps. I hope that you stop relying on jobs for the rest of your life and you start to build something on your own. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.